Health concerns surrounding COVID-19 have been making headlines, of course, but that doesn't mean that there aren't other illnesses out there. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today. We've got Dr. Ashley Woyak joining us. She's with Forward Natural Medicine, and we're going to learn a little bit about her process and hear from a patient. Dr. Ashley, thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having us, Jessa.
And Chelsea, a patient, thanks so much for joining us. I can't wait to hear a little bit about what you have to say. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
All right, well, let's start, Dr. Ashley, with, sort of the elephant in the room. Obviously, COVID is still on our minds, and we're talking a lot about that. Are you seeing more patients in the office now that Safer at Home has ended?
Yeah, we've talked about this before. I was doing a lot of video phone appointments with patients, and slowly a lot of people are wanting to start coming back into the office. So definitely seeing more patients, just being smart about it, making sure they're not sick, haven't been around anyone that's sick, spacing patients out to sanitize, things like that. So.
Yeah, really, really smart. And Dr. Ashley sees folks with a variety of health concerns. You may have seen your regular doctor and not gotten results. And Dr. Ashley does a deep dive into a lot of symptoms and processes that might be causing some of these things. So we're gonna hear from Chelsea. Let's talk about what kinds of symptoms you were experiencing before you came to see Dr. Ashley.
Yeah, so when I started my journey with Dr. Ashley, I was exhausted all the time. I mean, I was going to bed at 7:30 at night, waking up at like 8 a.m., napping if I could throughout the day. I was constantly hungry, and it's like I would eat and I would never get full. Workouts were exhausting if I could even get a workout in. And I was just having a lot of digestive issues. I mean, pretty much any issue that you could think of, I was experiencing. So wasn't myself, wasn't feeling well. And I had been going to my primary care doctor and just wasn't getting anywhere with them. So I'm thankful that I found her.
It's interesting that you talk about this because I think there's a lot of women that relate to those symptoms and maybe have even just gotten used to living with them. Let's talk to Dr. Ashley a minute about what makes your approach so different.
Yeah, like Chelsea said, a lot of the patients that come into my office, they've been to doctor after doctor and just feel like they're not being heard, or they're just offered medication. And sometimes that's necessary, but sometimes it just doesn't work and they're not feeling their best. So, when I see patients, I'm kind of, just trying to figure out why. Like, why is this happening? Why aren't you feeling your best? So that often includes, an extensive, intake, getting a really good history, quite a bit of lab work to kind of get to the root cause of things, and kind of, if we can, approaching it in a more holistic, natural way. Obviously, if they need a medication or if something's wrong, it comes up on lab work, I always say, go back to your doctor and we'll work on it together. But if we can do it, with diet, lifestyle, supplements, that's kind of the goal.
I think you said it best. It's finding the root cause, and oftentimes we're medicated for the symptoms versus finding the underlying reasons that we're having these symptoms and experiences. Chelsea, I'm curious what care has looked like for you since starting on a program with Dr. Ashley.
Yeah, so I changed my diet completely. I cut out a lot of things, and I started different supplements with Dr. Ashley, and I felt a difference in like 3 weeks of sticking to this. Like 3 weeks, my energy started coming back. I started to lose weight. Like I was just feeling better. I was back to like my happy, energetic self. And I don't think I had felt that way in years. So just a lot of supplements and diet changes.
And it's interesting because what you're talking about, the experiences that you've had, I know so many women and men too out there who are trying to maybe lose weight and get increased energy, and you feel like you've tried everything and nothing's working, and you just sort of get complacent and say, I guess it's just me, this is how I'm going to feel or look. But Dr. Ashley has helped lots of folks get through these symptoms and really live in their best health. I know there are viewers out there that might be interested in getting a consultation and just seeing if you can help them. What's a good way to do that?
Yeah, so I mentioned before, I do free consults with patients just to see what's going on with them, explain how I approach things. So if they're interested, you can go to my website at forwardnaturalmed.com. There's a free consult button, or of course just call our office and we can get you scheduled.
Really great. Well, always nice to see you, Dr. Ashley. Chelsea, I'm so glad that you joined us today to share your story. It really helps to put a face to some of these cases. Nice to have you.
Thank you, Jessa.
Thank you.
You bet. We'll be back with more Talk Wisconsin after the break. Stick around. We'll see you in a minute.